Alright, you guys have seen me unbox a sneaker before, and today we will another G-Shock X sneaker brand collab related model. And here it is. This is the KIKS TYO. KIKS is a sneaker shop brand name, and TYO stand for Tokyo. And you can see now they have a lot of KIKS TYO written all around the box. At the front here, bold and bright and classic 90s colorway neon green. So you come with this gray, black and neon green, very nicely combined and mix it all together. On the sides just plain. And I'm not sure if any one of you noticed, this looks exactly like a sneaker box. This is what you are usually gonna get when you're purchasing sneakers, especially in the 90s or below 2000, before 2010 actually. So however, this is a mini version of a sneaker box. This is all a very interesting culture mix between G-Shock and sneaker culture. And down here is KIKS TYO, KIKS NYC, and KIKS Los Angeles store, three of them. And of course, KIKS TYO is the most well-known, hence this collab. It's not collaborating with NYC or LA store. Let's have a close look on all of this writing or background story. If you want to read this, you can just pause the video. I don't want to do so. Let's pop it up. To be honest to you guys, I'm not very familiar at all with the KIKS brand. However, I'm very familiar with the watch because this is one of the watches that I used to own before. However, this one I'm holding now isn't mine at all. This is just from a friend of mine, another beater watch or used piece. Now I'm going to unbox you guys because I haven't did it yet, and it comes with this interesting box, and I really wish to share. Let's open it up. Bam, standard, and straight away you'll be able to see the watch, and it comes this same design again, similar, and all the watch also come with the similar color combinations and design as well. Let's pull this out and see what else that we're gonna get. And there's simple, just a manual 3062 tough soda manual. So this is just a tough soda version of a G-5500 model, and that is all. It's very much simple. I'm gonna lift this box out of the way. Although before I move it on, you guys could just Google in KIKS TYO and you will find their official website, and from there you could learn just a few things about this brand. Looking from the website, I guess that is why Casio stopped making collaboration with them during 50th anniversary and forward, because of the things that they are doing is, I don't know, it's very somehow not Casio like. I don't know. By the way, the main design theme of this overall release is to focus on Nike Air Max 1995. You can just Google it up as well, and you will see that standard, that's classic Nike Air Max sneakers, which also come in this exact colorway, tones of black all the way up to gray, and combined with this neon green and white color combination. This watch looks similarly as a Nike sneaker color theme. However, there are no Nike or branding or Nike printing at all on the watch. I'm not sure if this is actually a Nike collab brand at all, because there's no Nike logo anywhere on the box. You know, there's just KIKS brand on top of it, and I don't know. People say that this is a Nike collab, but I don't know. They don't write it anywhere. And this model was released during G-Shock 25th anniversary celebration year in Japan, and also internationally. And if I'm not mistaken, only 200 models was released outside of Japan, and the rest was sold in Japan. And I believe that is explained this part over here. You can see that's glued over here, and this is probably how this box was shipped outside of Japan. It's a shame to see things like this happen to the box, because you're not gonna get a replacement for this anymore today. From the sides, you can see this standard button again, a lot of groove edges on this side, and this one dot on this side for the adjust button. On this side of the watch, similar texture and a lot of groove here and there. And looking at the watch face, it also combining the black, gray, and also neon green, very retro, very vintage like, and exactly similar colorway as the Nike sneaker. If you are a fan of sneaker, this is the watch that you really need to have in your collection, just for you to mix and match. And of course, the KIKS brand is a very famous brand. I mean, a sneaker store brand. So if you are into sneakers, you probably knows about this already, and if you're not, at least here it is. Now you know. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys to have a better look on everything that I have on the watch face. Simple top solar model with of course the solar panel all around, adjust battery, LMH indicator, light button will be on this part, search button this part, top solar model, Casio mode button, simple clean model. Although even though this model was actually being bought during the release year and was used as a beta watch since then, and of course before I make the video I already cleaned it up. I should have made a video before I cleaned it up though. But anyway, this is how it turns to be, very almost like a new model, to be honest. Although you could see the used parts when I'm going through all the details. But now you can see it have this gray going darker and darker, exactly as this top part of the shoes going to the outsole. 25th limited edition, 25th anniversary limited edition release model, KIKS TYO branding over here, and a lot of this this shape over here. This, if I'm not mistaken, representing their Air Max, the air bubble between inside their outsole of the sneaker. This looks exactly like that. And 95 writing at the end here, representing 1995 release Air Max, the most well-known classic model. Although I'm not a huge sneaker fan, I love sneaker by the way, but I'm not a big fan of this Air Max model. It's just me. On the top part of this watch band, no writings unlike this part, although they come in the similar gray tone again, going darker and darker, and KIKS TYO writing on top here. Everything looks, I mean, almost brand new. I serviced it very well. I cleaned it up, I brushed it up, and I'm somehow able to remove all the scratches, not all, but some of them, so that's why you're not going to see a lot of use marks, but you will be seeing some of it on this band keeper, and also at the bottom part of this watch band after this. So G-Shock writings here on the buckle, stainless steel with Casio Japan sign below it. There you can see a lot of use marks already at the between there. And now let's have a look below part of the watch band, and you can see a lot of used mark as well, smudges, scratches. Look at that, look at that. I'm not sure what this thing called, but that is the thing that will show after a watch has been used for a while, especially as a beta piece. And of course, since this is a 25th anniversary release model, it comes with this classic 25th anniversary design logo by Eric Hayes, if I'm not mistaken. Most 25th anniversary related G-Shock collaboration model will come with this similar backplate. 3062 module, G-5500 stainless steel back made in Thailand, water resistant 20 bar. You can see how beautifully made, beautifully engraved backplate, and they have this code at the bottom there for the top solar. And if I'm not mistaken, this part here indicate the year, I mean the day, if I'm not mistaken, the day that the watch was produced, for you guys to know, at least mark. It is either the top solar or the battery inside there that need to be replaced after a while. So that's why they have the date down there, so you know when is the time for you to replace the battery or the top solar, something like that. I'm not sure which one, but it has something to do with that. You guys can clear this thing up in the comment section down below if you know more. Obviously I didn't know everything. I will keep sharing though as more and as I'm learning. And now this is of course the most used part of the watch, because want to be wearing this part will be the most part that will be moving a lot. There, look at that, a lot of use marks as light reflects on it. You can see it there it is. Look at it, look at it. This texture on top of it as well, very thick, and we want to give you guys a little bit of gap between the wrist and the watch for insulation and of course grip at the same time as well. Okay, let's go to the functions. Press adjust up here to begin setting up this piece. I almost forgot to mention that this model features a modman light type of button, so it's very hard for me to press the button to make it operable. That's why I don't like this model. You know, I really need to press it, like hold it. Man, it's very hard for me to press and use this type of model. I think I should be making a separate video for the 3062 module instead. You know, on this video I'm just going to cover real quick. So you know, this model have a power saving mode, it have a world time, you have a signal, and 1 2 3 4 5 snooze alarm of course. And it also have a 60 minutes timer, a stopwatch 1/100 seconds, and done. That is all it, guys. And of course an auto light features featuring a skull logo, and this skull logo is KIKS brand main logo, and you can see there that skull and KIKS writing below it. I'm not familiar at all with this logo at all because I haven't seen it being printed on the brand or t-shirt or merchandise at all, especially on the recent release merch. But there it is, very cool looking backlighting though, like totally different from the overall design. It looks very simple, but when you press the backlight, like, what is this? Totally different thing, right? Anyway, I think I already covered a lot on the backstory, a closer look on the watch, and all the things I need to know about this release. And you know what, let's have a quick wrist check, and then we'll go with a quick size comparison after this. And of course I already made a video about this similar model before, a 5500 model, so this is one of it. And you know what, they fit very nice on my skinny wrist because the watch is thin and the watch band is soft and pointing downwards, fits very snug. You know what, let me wear this all the way up here. This is gonna give me a very snug fit, like a new skin. Very interesting. However, since I have a skinny wrist, this part will popping out, and if you don't mind that, this watch is perfect for you. You know, you have the top solar, you don't need to change the battery for quite some time, and you have all this interesting basic function and a tough looking piece at the same time, a sleek model as well at a lower price. I mean, this model aren't that cheap actually. If I'm not mistaken, this guy was retail at $225 during the release date, which is pricey to me, and that's why I didn't buy this model much or make a video about it, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, for a quick size comparison, you know what, let's have a quick size comparison with a 5600 model. You can see now almost similar in width, however for the thickness almost similar as well, considering that this model have a top solar and this is not. You know what, look at that. This model just slightly thicker, it is a little bit wider and more square-ish compared to this. This is more like a hexagonal design. This is more like a square looking piece. For the back plate is totally different though. You can see now they have both have hairline finish, but the finishing on both of these back plates is totally different. You can see there how light reflects on it, shows the quality of the engraving on the back plate. That's one tip for you guys to know when checking for a legit piece. So for the size as well, look at that, placing them on the table, height, of course this one is bigger. Comparing this to a Golf Master model, of course the Golf Master is way bigger than this, and of course way thicker than this. However, the fit is similar as a Golf Master, which I like the most. For a GA110 size comparison, at the front it looks almost similar, because although this one looks big because it's circular in shape and more thicker than this, this one tend to look bigger. Although, if I'm not mistaken, they are almost the same size. Well, not really though. Yeah, this one looks similar, smaller. Sorry. So compared to 1600 series, and yep, almost similar in size as 1600 series. However, this one looks smaller because of this part is smaller and this part on the model is square. Unfortunately, I don't have a King G-Shock for side comparisons, so I'll have to skip that for now. I'm sorry guys, I wish I have the King G-Shock still in my collection for size comparison with this, but I didn't. But at least I have a 5600 model, you know. You guys have a rough idea already what to expect on this piece. And that is all it guys. I hope you guys found this video useful, informative and entertaining as well for your future reference. Leave a like and also subscribe for more G-Shock related contents like this in the future. And if you like this content and if you want to see more of this new, interesting, weird, rare G-Shock watch on this channel, support me through my Patreon page. You will get your benefits as well in the future, especially when I'm doing giveaways. I will focus on you fellow Patreon first. Thank you very much for watching again. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel, and out.